I was about to marry Jason Fu. But 3 days before the wedding, Chen, the most reckless man in our circle, stopped me. "Good girl," he said with a smirk. "Dare to rebel just once?" 3 days later, at the wedding, Jason saw the kiss marks on my neck. He trembled with rage, nearly dropping the bouquet in his hands. I smiled faintly. "Just a taste. Why so angry?" "And now that I've tried, I realize you're boring, Jason. He has far more to offer." Chapter 1. I had never seen Jason Fu like this. He had always been the perfect gentleman, polished and graceful. But now his shirt hung open, buttons undone, as he lounged lazily on the sofa. A pretty girl with pink-dyed hair straddled his waist, tilting her face up to kiss him. His eyes were clouded with drunken desire. Yet at the last moment, he turned his head, letting her lips brush his cheek instead. "Jason, aren't you afraid Chen will find out you're playing so wild?" Jason's voice was careless. "It's just a taste of something new." "And if she knows?" He smirked. "So what? Our wedding invitations are already out. She's the good girl type. At most, she'll just cry." Laughter filled the room. Jason lit a cigarette, smiling without a care. "Of course I'll marry Sophia. A wife should be a proper good girl. But a mistress? She should be young, charming, and fun." The girl giggled, pressing closer. Jason pinched her cheek and ordered, "Go change into your ballet leotard. Show them a dance." She pouted. "But I only want you to watch." Jason's smile never reached his eyes. "Don't ruin the mood. Be good." The girl went to change. I stood outside the door for a long time, frozen. Someone stepped out to answer a call and spotted me. "Hey, Sophia, you came? Jason was just talking about you." I forced a smile. "I won't go in. Let him enjoy his little show." He looked embarrassed, unsure what to say. Everyone knew me as the obedient one, the quiet, well-behaved fiancé. Jason's wild behavior had already spread through our circle. But without exception, everyone told me to endure. Men always stray a little. At least Jason treats you seriously. "You two are about to marry. Think of the family's reputation." I found it laughable. Both families' reputations, yet I alone must sacrifice? I'll go. You all keep playing. Don't mind it, Sophia. Jason's just having some fun. "Don't follow me," I snapped, fighting tears. I turned quickly, but at the elevator, someone blocked my way. Wiping my eyes, I looked up. It was Chen, the notorious playboy with a bad reputation. He wore a black jacket, black cargo pants, a cigarette hanging from his lips. His gaze was bold, almost shameless. Among all these men in suits, his look was wildly out of place. I had heard countless rumors about him, none flattering. Instinctively, I stepped back, keeping distance. "Good girl." He removed his cigarette and raised a brow. "Want to rebel? Just once?" I was wearing my usual pale blue dress, collar neat, hair long and straight. I was the model daughter-in-law, quiet and proper. In private, I was the one people pitied, the one mocked as weak. Alex's sharp features carried a fresh scar along his jaw. On his handsome face, it made him look even more reckless. I tried to ignore him, but he chuckled, lowering his gaze in mockery. "Forget it. I know you don't dare." "How boring." I froze, then turned back. "Who says I don't dare?" He jingled his car keys. "Then come with me." I lifted my chin, straightened my shoulders, and walked into the elevator. He followed with a laugh. The doors closed. Suddenly, Alex pulled me into his arms, holding me by the waist. The scent of him hit me, strong, overwhelming, mixed with smoke, so different from Jason. I coughed, uncomfortable. Alex glanced down at me, so delicate. "It's your cigarette stink." I pushed at him. His grip only tightened. "Then I'll shower later. Happy now?" "Even showering won't help. You'll still reek." I turned my head, trying to lean away. Alex laughed, then suddenly kissed me. "Fine, I'll quit today. For you, princess." My face burned. At 19, I had been engaged to Jason Fu. 4 years passed, and Alex was the first man besides him to kiss me. In the underground garage, my heart was still racing. Alex's Hummer roared out of the city and sped up the mountain road. By the time we reached the peak, my knees were weak. The viewing deck overlooked the whole city. Lights stretched endlessly below, stars spread across the night sky above. The anger and suffocation inside me eased, just a little. Alex stood beside me, pulling out his cigarettes. But then he paused, crushed the pack in his hand and tossed it away. I stared, startled, then laughed without meaning to. "What's funny?" His tone was rough. He turned, grabbed my chin. "Sophia Chen, if you smile like that, I might take you right here." I had heard the stories. Chen had girlfriends since middle school, He was wild, restless, unfaithful, yet devastatingly handsome. Girls flocked to him, no matter his reputation. I tried to stay calm. Alex, you don't have any diseases, do you? He leaned close, breath hot against my ear. Too late to be afraid now, isn't it? Fear surged. I shoved at him. I want to go home. Sure. He leaned lazily against the railing, voice slow, teasing. Go ahead, walk down the mountain yourself. I glared and turned to leave. His voice followed, casual, cruel. Heard about the serial killer who escaped last week? They say he's hiding in these mountains. Targets pretty girls, rapes them first, then cuts them up. Alex, my steps froze. The cold wind swept over me. Terrified, I spun back, straight into his arms. He laughed, pulling me close, and before I could react, his hand cupped my head, and his mouth crashed down on mine. At first, I resisted, struggling hard. I even bit Alex's lip until it bled. Sophia, he wiped the blood away, eyes suddenly cold, tears burned in my eyes. I want to go home. Alex laughed low. Home? To keep being a puppet? How much more can you endure? I froze. Jason Few, the man praised by elders, refined and polite, but behind closed doors he was rotten. Everyone told me to endure. No one told him not to betray his fiancée, because the Fu family stood higher and my family clung to them. Why must I carry the shame? Because invitations were out? Because the wedding was 3 days away? No one cared if a puppet had feelings. My mother was gone, my father remarried. No one stood behind me. No one protected me. So I had no strength to cry out. Alex's rough fingertip brushed my tears. He whispered, kissing me again. Don't cry. From now on, I'll care for you. Chapter 2. Alex brought me to his apartment, a penthouse in the city center, spacious, but empty. No trace of women's things. He shut off my phone and told me to shower. After, we drank wine on the balcony. I rarely touched alcohol. Drunk, I became reckless. I tugged open his robe. I need to check if you're clean. He tried to stop me, but I slapped his hand away. He leaned back, long legs spread, letting me do as I pleased. His body was firm, muscles defined, skin sun-kissed. Even relaxed, his abs were tight. I poked him, moving lower. Sophia? He caught my hand, voice husky. 1 inch more, and there's no turning back. Are you scared? I teased. Or hiding something? I straddled his lap, tapping his abs. Afraid I'll find out you're not clean? Alex suddenly laughed, real, open, unrestrained. It struck me in the chest. He was too handsome like this. Check, then. He let go of my hand. I slid lower, curious until I looked and muttered, Alex, it looks kind of cute. He choked, coughing hard. Next second, he scooped me up and threw me onto the bed, fingers locking with mine, his kiss fierce and demanding. Sophia, you'll soon learn, it's anything but cute. Jason Fu returned to the wedding house at 3 a.m. The ballerina girl danced, wild and daring. The crowd cheered, but Jason's mood soured. Almost 2 o'clock, Sophia hadn't called. Not a text. Not a word. She must have heard rumors, but she was soft, dependent, easy to coax back. He sighed. He had gone too far tonight, but tomorrow he'd soothe her, give her face in front of her family. She was easy to please. Arriving home, he found the house dark. No lights. Something felt wrong. Upstairs, the bed was empty. He searched every room. Nothing. Her phone was off. Frustrated, he tore at his tie. She must be at her father's. The Chen family would send her back. He closed his eyes, telling himself, tomorrow she'll return. I woke near noon. The house was quiet. Alex was outside, shirtless, washing a motorbike. Sunlight glistened on his tanned muscles, water spray forming a faint rainbow. I flushed, remembering last night, every touch, every kiss. Alex looked up, caught my gaze. His smile was wild, triumphant. My face burned hotter. I fled back inside, heart pounding. At lunch, he brought me to a French restaurant. Every dish was something I liked. It surprised me. But I had no appetite. 3 days until my wedding. The Chen family had taken Fu family's money. The marriage wasn't for me, it was for business. Alex set his fork down. You don't like it? I'll take you somewhere else. Alex, my voice trembled. My wedding is in 3 days. His eyes narrowed. You still want to go back? I forced a smile. Maybe I did love him once, at the beginning. But he grew tired and I felt it. I looked at Alex. My eyes stung, but I smiled. Can you make me happy for these 3 days? He leaned back, shutting his eyes. When he spoke, his voice was low. And after 3 days, should I watch you marry another man? Weren't you happy these days? I whispered. He opened his eyes, gaze burning. Yes, I was happy. Then isn't that enough? I tried to sound carefree. He stared at me, smile fading. But in the end, he murmured, as long as you're happy. That night, Alex took me on his motorbike. We raced through the city, helmets hiding us. For the first time I felt free. Wind whipped my hair. I shouted into the night, unafraid. The good girl mask slipped away. But I didn't know, while I reveled in freedom, Jason Fu grew restless, angry at my silence. Jason's calls went unanswered. Finally, he stormed out to meet friends. The ballerina girl, Rose Zhou, thought he had lost interest. But that night he came for her. Rose wanted more than money. She wanted a child. She poked holes in the condoms, plotting her future. If she conceived, Jason would have to keep her. Jason suspected nothing. She was young, innocent-looking. Later, drunk, he pulled her onto his lap. "Jason, don't abandon me again tonight." He pinched her cheek. "Relax. Tonight is the last time. I'm getting married in 2 days." "Marriage doesn't mean you can't play," she pouted. Jason laughed. "No, once I marry, I'll be faithful, only one wife." His friends laughed, not sure if he was serious. While Jason played, Alex took me to a street race. Other drivers all had girlfriends riding behind them. This time, Alex had me. "Alex, since when do you bring girls?" they teased. He put his arm around me. "She's different." They whistled. "So protective, guess she's special." Alex ignored them, tightening my helmet. "If it's too fast, tell me to stop." "I won't be scared," I said, but when the speed soared, my scream betrayed me. I clung to his waist. "Scared, Sophia?" he shouted over the wind. "No," I screamed back. His laughter was wild, free. "Then hold me tighter." When he won, he lifted me off the bike. My legs were too weak to stand. He kissed me under the stars. "Sophia, let's run away. Do you dare?" For a moment, I almost said yes, but reason pulled me back. Instead, I whispered, "Alex, I want you." The car windows fogged. Alex's body shielded me, strong and unyielding. Sweat soaked us both. I melted against his chest, trembling. He chuckled softly. "Worn out already?" I couldn't answer. I only thought, how could something so cute be this terrifying? And yet, I liked it. The strength, the dominance, his wildness, yet a gentleness he showed only to me. We had only known each other for 2 days, but I felt safer with him than I ever had. That night, wrapped in his coat, I rested in his arms. We kissed quietly, waiting for dawn. The last day, I bathed, drying my hair in front of the mirror. Alex came in, took the dryer from me and did it himself. Tears slipped from my eyes. On his wrist I saw a faded red string bracelet. "Have you worn this long?" I asked. 4 years. "Which girl gave it to you?" He smiled. "Got it at a temple, for protection." I remembered I had tied the same kind years ago. "Sophia," his forehead pressed to mine. "You're going back, aren't you?" "Yes." He brushed the scar on his jaw. I touched it gently. "Be careful next time." He kissed away my tears. "Tomorrow, I'll wait outside the wedding hall. If you don't come, I'll be gone from your life forever." My heart ached, but I couldn't answer. Chapter 3. When I returned to the wedding house, Jason came back too. Tired, reeking of alcohol, he crouched before me, holding my hand. "Tomorrow's our wedding. Let's live happily from now on, okay?" Once I dreamed of this. A husband who loved only me, but dreams were lies. I pulled my hand away. "Go rest. Tomorrow is busy." He insisted on walking me out, gentle as ever. I knew it was just for show. In the car, I received a stranger's message. It was Rose Zhou. She sent photos, videos, disgusting proof of Jason's affairs. She wrote, "Jason never loved you. He only wanted you because you were clean, but he'll never stop straying." Believe me, I shut my phone, shaking. The morning of the wedding, I made my decision. I gave my father and stepmother all my inheritance, stocks, jewelry. Kept only my mother's white jade bracelets. "This pays back the Chen family's 23 years of raising me," I said. They were delighted, greedy. To them, I was never a daughter, just a product to be sold. But now I owed nothing to anyone. Half an hour before the ceremony, the makeup artist pointed at my neck. "Want me to cover the marks?" I shook my head. "Leave them." When I stood, my jade bracelets clinked softly. Sunlight poured through the window. For the first time, my heart felt light. My phone buzzed. "Alex, Sophia, I'm waiting." Jason walked toward me with the groom's bouquet, then froze. His eyes locked on the marks on my neck. Flowers slipped from his hand. "What is this? Who were you with?" His voice shook with fury. I smiled faintly. "It was just a taste." "Why are you angry? Isn't that what you've been doing?" The hall went silent. "Yes," I said clearly. "I tried, and found you're boring. He's far better." I set down my bouquet. "Jason Fu, I won't marry you." Gasps filled the room. I lifted my dress, sneakers hidden beneath, and ran. Outside, Alex waited, not on a car but a motorbike. For once he wore a suit. He looked like a dark, dangerous groom. When he saw me, his eyes filled with joy, disbelief, and tenderness. "Sophia," he whispered. I ran into his arms. He kissed me hard. "Last night, I didn't sleep. From now on, I'll never let you out of my sight." "Didn't you say you wanted me free?" I teased. "You can be free. I'll follow wherever you go." Jason chased outside, only to see me ride off with Alex. I gave him the middle finger as the bike roared away. Alex brought me to a studio. Inside was a wedding dress, simple, elegant, with ballet-inspired design. When I tried it on, Alex's eyes turned red. "You haven't danced in years, have you?" I froze. Since my engagement, I'd been forbidden to dance. Jason once mocked my deformed feet, calling them ugly. Tears stung my eyes. Alex pulled me into his arms. "I want you dazzling, Sophia, like the first time I saw you dance." We traveled, no wedding, just us. Everywhere we went, he had prepared dresses and surprises. I never knew how long he had planned, but I knew I hadn't missed my chance. Back in the capital, 2 months later, rumors spread. Jason claimed Sophia was deceived by Chen. "She's innocent, the good girl she always was. If she returns, I'll forgive her." The world believed him, blamed Alex, but for once I didn't care. I met Jason face to face. "Remember Rose Zhao?" I asked. His face changed. I showed him the photos. "Keep quiet or these will leak," he sneered. "So you protect Alex now? You really love him?" "I do what I want, not because of tricks, not because I was deceived." "What about your reputation?" "I don't care." Jason's voice grew sharp. "Men all grow tired. One day Alex will too." "He won't," I said simply, and I believed it. The year Alex and I married, Rose Zhao struck back. She sold the photos for money. Overnight, Jason's reputation collapsed. His family abandoned him. Meanwhile, people realized Alex hadn't deceived me. I had chosen him, but Alex and I just laughed it off. At the temple, I found the wishing tree. My old plaque still hung there. Beside it, tied tightly, was another. In Alex's handwriting, "Sophia, why couldn't you have seen me sooner?" I clutched it, tears falling. When I turned, Alex stood at the steps, smiling softly. I waved at him, laughing through my tears. "Alex, I see you now.